Tiwa Students Union Meghalaya State Committee Hakala Sngi Belai Gala Dawa Banitu no Yakajat Beriu Tiwa Lalung Kum ki Schedule Tribe ha Meghalaya Mat Kerpat yak Sorkar Jela Bet Sorkar Pedeng Ban Kentup no Yaki Shakatup Jong ki Schedule Tribe ha ka Kana Summary Jong Usnem Arhajar Arpunyo Habakren Singnong to Okubor Hasilong Press Club u General Secretary ke ATSU Meghalaya u Albert Dilar u Laong ba Kajat Beriu Tiwa Lani Lalung kadawai kene kamat lada ki pos nem da ka ba jai katkum ka riti sanchar hanrei hudu manta kimpadio ya ka hok jongki udilar ulapan pau ke jisngau khia namar ka kerteng Tiwa bar lalung empat simlakan thup lang ha ka thup Schedule Tribe balapan kre dak Sorkar Meghalaya na ka benta ka Khana Summary jong usnem arhajar arpunyau ulaong magani ke jingbom le ai kan kta ya ka jaj berriu ban itu kadba dangya ke jingkhen Khana Summary kamtam ke jing perung kerteng ya ki yeng bar ke jingbu number ya ki yeng kabal khmi lanti man sedang ngadu unailar menta usnem
Tiwa Lalung people of Meghalaya have gathered here to bring to your attention through the media the long-standing grievances faced by our community. We identify ourselves as Tiwa, although we are also widely known as Lalung. The purpose of today's press conference is to highlight an issue of great importance to our community. As you are aware, the government of India is scheduled to conduct the general population census in 2027, and the process of house listing and house numbering will begin beforehand. This census is crucial for ensuring that every community is correctly identified and properly presented in official government records. The process of house listing and house numbering for the census is expected to commence in August 2026. However, a concern and disappointment arise from the fact that in the list of scheduled tribes prepared by the government of Meghalaya for the upcoming census, the name Tiwa and Lalung are not included. The Tiwa Lalung community is one of the indigenous tribes of Meghalaya. This is historical fact that cannot be denied. Like the Khasi, Garo and Janjia communities, the Tiwa Lalung people became part of the newly created state of Meghalaya in 1972, along with their ancestral land. Historically, the ancient Gobai state, the traditional homeland of the Tiwa people, share a common boundary with the ancient Janjia kingdom. The territory of ancient Janjia state extended as far as Parapujia and Tupakusi Roha, reaching the banks of the Brahmaputra River. These historical facts are well documented and clearly establish the long-standing presence and identity of Tiwa Lalung community within the present-day state of Meghalaya. Historical records, including the writings of the renowned Khasi scholar B. Pakem, who was also known as Professor of Political Science in Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, provide clear evidence of the historical presence of Tiwa Lalung people in present-day Meghalaya. The sketch map prepared by B. Pakem clearly identifies areas such as Goba, Barapujia, Tupakusi, Kuluguri, Khala and Sahori, and other adjoining regions as parts of the ancient Janjia state. These areas were historically governed by Tiwa Lalung principalities, and copies of these historical records have been enclosed for reference Annex 1. Furthermore, the ancient Gobai state, the traditional homeland of Tiwa Lalung people within the Etswal Janjia kingdom, was historically divided into both hill and plain regions. Areas including Neli, Khala, Sahuri, Parapujia, Tupakusi, Pulaguri, Tetilia, and Timoria were later brought under the jurisdiction of the District Commissioner of Nagaon in 1835. This administrative change followed the events involving Raja Shudur Singh of Goa, who was accused by the British authorities of capturing 4 British officers and later sacrificing 3 of them during the conflict of 1832. This historical administrative change, the identity, history, and traditional homeland of Tiwa Lalong people remain well documented. Following the events of 1832, the British authorities demanded that the Raja of Chandia hand over the Raja Shudur Singh of Goa. However, the Chandia Raja refused to surrender him. Consequently, both the Raja of Chandia and Raja Shudur Singh of Goa were arrested, and in 1835, the Chandia kingdom was annexed by the British. After India attained the independence, further administrative change took place. In 1951, the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council and the Mikir Hills Autonomous District Councils were established. During this reorganization, the ancient Tiwa kingdom of Goa was divided once again. The present-day Sarigrai, Sangrai, areas of River District, which now fall under the jurisdiction of Hima Khairim, remain within the Khasi Hill Autonomous District Council. These areas have historically been the traditional rights of Tiwa Lalong community. Their customary village administration continues to be preserved under the traditional institution of Loro, who served as the customary chief of the Tiwa people. These historical and customary institutions are clearly evidence of Tiwa Lalong communities' long-standing presence, governance, and cultural heritage in Meghalaya. They further strengthen our legitimate claim for recognition as a scheduled tribe in the state of Meghalaya. The areas that were once part of the ancient Goba state, the traditional kingdom of Tiwa Lalong people, became part of the newly created state of Meghalaya in 1972. Therefore, the Tiwa Lalong people did not migrate into the Meghalaya. Rather, they became citizens of new state along with their ancestral land. Unlike communities that migrate from other regions and were later recognized as scheduled tribe in Meghalaya, the Tiwa Lalong community is indigenous to the areas they have inhabited for generations. Despite this name, Tiwa or Lalong continue to be excluded from the list of scheduled tribe in Meghalaya, while several other communities have been included. This continued exclusion is a matter of deep concern and is consistent with the historical, cultural, and geographical realities of the Tiwa Lalong community. With regards to the Sarigrai, area inhabited by Tiwa Lalong people, His Majesty the Hima of Hima Khairim has also formally acknowledged and recognized that this area forms an integral and inseparable part of Hima Khairim. This recognition further confirmed that historical presence and traditional rights of the Tiwa Lalong community in Meghalaya. These historical records and official recognitions provide strong evidence in support of our long-standing demand for recognition as a scheduled tribe in the state of Meghalaya. Further, the Dr. B.S. Balajit Singh Sim, the then CM of Hima Khairim, had addressed a letter to then Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Shri A.G. Maulong, supporting the rightful claim of the Tiwa Lalong community. The CM also issued a certificate affirming that the Tiwa Lalong community are integral part and parcel of Hima Khairim. Copies of these documents have been enclosed for reference Annexure 2. In view of such strong historical records and official recognition, it is difficult to understand why the Tiwa Lalong community continues to be excluded from the list of scheduled tribes in the state of Meghalaya. This has been a long-standing demand consistently raised by Tiwa organizations in the Meghalaya, including All Tiwa Student Union, Meghalaya, All Tiwa Women Association, Meghalaya, Tiwa Matan Laitokra, Meghalaya, Tiwa Cultural Society, Meghalaya. Therefore now, the Tiwa community stands united in urging the government to take immediate and necessary action to address our long-pending demand for scheduled tribe recognition and ensure justice for our community. They are the dignitaries of the Dolbar Basan, Lengdo, and Doloshi of the 5 tribes, the headmen of the Tiwa villages, and the representative of the Tiwa NGOs who have come together to represent the collective voice and aspirations of the Tiwa community. Till today, the All Tiwa Student Union and the Tiwa community have approached the concerned authorities through peaceful, democratic, and constitutional means. We have submitted memoranda, held discussion, and patiently waited for a fair response, believing that a genuine demand would receive due consideration. If pursuing our constitutional rights through peaceful and lawful means is considered to be wrong, then we are left with very few options other than to explore every other legal and democratic remedy available to us. We have consciously maintained peace and restraint because we do not wish to create any situation that would embarrass the government or disturb public order. Our movement has always been guided by the respect for the rule of law, by the hope that justice would be delivered through dialogue and constitutional processes. However, prolonged inaction on our long-pending demand is deeply disappointing. We therefore once again urge the government to take immediate and meaningful action before the community is compelled to seek appropriate legal remedies available under the Constitution. Constitutionally principles and the legitimate rights of an indigenous community that has been an integral part of Meghalaya since its formation. Now our demands. Through this press conference, we respectfully place the following demands before the government of Meghalaya and the government of India. Number 1, inclusion in the 2027 census. The name Tiwa Lalong should be included in the list of scheduled tribes for the purpose of the 2027 population census in the state of Meghalaya. Necessary steps should be taken immediately so that the Tiwa Lalong community is correctly recorded from every beginning of the census process, including the house listing and house numbering exercise scheduled to commence in August 2026. Number 2, recognition as a scheduled tribe. We reiterate our long-pending demand, which has remained unresolved for more than 3 decades, that the indigenous Tiwa Lalong community of Meghalaya be granted recognition as a scheduled tribe in the state of Meghalaya under its rightful identity of Tiwa Lalong. Our demand is based on historical evidence, official records, constitutional principles, and the continuous peaceful effort of our community. We firmly believe that justice delay should not become justice denied. Finally, on behalf of Tiwa Lalong community of Meghalaya, we once again express our sincere gratitude to all members of the electronic and print media for your valuable presence and your patience and for giving us the opportunity to present our concern before the people of the government. Sewa. And since then, we are continuously submit the memorandum to other chief minister also. Till date, our present chief minister have received twice memorandum regarding this issue.
So that means submit.
Did not give any assurance. They only said that we will look into it. That's the only answer we got. Any interaction regarding that? They didn't say anything to us. Whether we are eligible to vote or not, we didn't get any response from them also.
But the
Another sir, October is concerned to note that the Lalung or Tivas have not been included in the list of indigenous tribes of the state Meghalaya. The Lalung or Tiva are the native inhabited of part of Hima Khairib in Ripot district. In the provincial right Mayang, right Magudo, right Lemkoi, right Amchong, and right Sakra. They are the sole occupants of the land. They have their own administrative hierarchy over these provincial administrative units under their respective dolois and elders. However, they are not isolated or cocoon, but work in tandem with the traditional state administrative of Hima Khairib. The Pasang of Right Maushai are their immediate elders. They are part of the official traditional setup of Hima Khairib. Their participation in the ritualistic part of Nongprem dance at Smith conform to their customary status as indigenous inhabitants of Hima Khairib. They are part and parcel of this primitive native Khasi state and enjoy the same rights like other natives over land and also in many other social and professional activities. The association of the Lalung and the undivided Hima Shillong later bifurcated into Hima Khairib and Hima Millim is a part of history of the Khasi Hills. Truly, their identification as an administrative tribe in our state is not misplaced.